on my lane, you all on my lane. You ain't overlooked, so get out the way. I gave you the book, I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you need no. Plenty pitching, whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kick it, dip it, flip it, keep it hunting like a seed note. Switching, keep it pimping every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel. Now today we got our amazing hamburger steaks, or incredible hamburger steaks. So first step we're gonna do is get our ground beef ready. You already know I use the 8515 with ground beef, and so I'm going in with some Worcestershire sauce. Then I'm going with a little onion powder or granulated onion. Then I'm going in with some granulated garlic, and next I'm going in with some slap your mama. You know you gotta have to slap your mama. I told you that's my little trinity. Then I'm going in with some seasoned salt. You can use seasoned salt, Lawry's, whatever you want to use, but just throw in some good seasoned salt. And then I also went in with a whole egg, and I'm just getting that mixed together. And you don't want to mix this too like dense. You want to have your fingers spread it out because you don't want that meat to be dense. You want to kind of aerate it while you're mixing it. And then you're going to get the patties patted out. And I just did it very rustic with my hands. I didn't really measure. I just grabbed the ball and patted them out. And then I'm going inside of a skillet with no oil because these burgers are going to make all the fat itself. Like I said, this is 85-15, so that's 85 lean, 15% fat. So these burgers should cook in their own juices. And you want to get some good color on them, like you see me getting there. And that comes from a high skillet without touching the burger. So just let them go. And we're gonna cook all these burgers, and these was the last batch. So I just seared them all off. I'm not cooking them all the way because it's gonna cook in the gravy. So I just seared them all off. Then I pulled out some of that excess oil because we didn't need all that oil. And I just added some butter for flavor, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make my roux off of that. But before I get the roux started, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some onions in and get them sauteed up until they're translucent. You see me throw a dash of salt on there, and that's just pretty much to draw that moisture out and get some good caramelization on them onions. Because when those onions develop caramelization, that caramelization is then gonna flavor. It's gonna flavor your gravy. And once those onions get translucent how I want them, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my mushrooms. And I added baby bellas, and to the baby bellas I just threw on some more salt as well, just to draw some of the moisture in those baby bellas. You can use cremini, you can use button mushrooms, but the better the mushroom, the better the gravy. So think about that. And then I'm going in with a little all-purpose flour just to go ahead and start on my roux. And I'm just adding it to the onions and the mushrooms. You can add it to the pan without those. But I just feel like this makes the most incredible roux, and this makes the most incredible gravy. Then I'm going with some of my homemade brodo or homemade stock, and just to get it incorporated. So I'm pouring in thirds. So you'll see it begin to start thickening up again. Then we'll just add a little more stock to it. But you don't want to add all that stock at once because you don't want it to clump up, and you want this thing to kind of come together with time. So like I said, once we get all the stock in there, we're gonna reduce it anyway. So you know, low and slow, just adding in your ingredients one step at a time. Don't rush the process. You know, when you don't rush the process, then you have a beautiful process. But then you see me, as it started to get congealed, you'll see me throwing a little more stock just to loosen it up until I get into that consistency what I'm looking for. Then you see me going in, tasting, and that's the thing. I think that's one of the steps that a lot of home cooks miss. They don't taste everything, and that's what you want to do. You want to taste everything. And see, when I tasted it, I realized that I can go for some more onion powder and granulated garlic, and also a splash more Lawry's. So that's what I did. But yeah, always taste your food, and you'll see where you at. But now that gravy is perfect. This last taste confirmed that it was perfect. The salt levels was perfect. The flavor levels was perfect. Now it's time to add my beef patties into it. And those patties are still going to leak out some of that fat. So don't worry about the gravy getting too stiff on you, because those burgers, as they cook, they're going to ooze out. So that gravy is still going to stay voluptuous. And so there you see me adding spoonfuls of gravy on top of the burger patties just to kind of submerge them. We're going to smother those burger patties and those steaks inside that gravy, and we're going to let them cook low and slow on a medium-low heat. And you just do it until the burgers are cooked through. I can't give you a for sure time because I don't know how big your burgers are going to be, but I say mine's, it took anywhere from maybe 10 to 15 minutes because I just cooked it low and slow. I wasn't in a rush for this for this recipe. I just let it go. And so you see the consistency of my gravy. Gravy is so beautiful, man. I love some delicious gravy. And through the whole process, I just kept basting the top of my burger patties. You don't have to do that step, like I said, because burger patties are already submerged, but that's what I like to do. Then there you go. You see I served them with my buttermilk mashed potatoes. If you haven't seen the recipe, I'll link it down below, but those are the most awesome potatoes and pretty much the only potatoes I cook here at the house. So anytime you see me cook some mashed potatoes, those are the potatoes it's going to be. But you see me going with the hamburger steak, then I'm topping it with some of those delicious baby bellas and onions. Look at that steam. Come get one of those burger steak facials. And then you see me going on with some of that gravy, just to let it just slather it all on there. We're gonna smother those potatoes in that delicious gravy, and I'm going on with a little parsley just for the show. But look at that, the most amazing hamburger steak you ever seen in your life. Thank you guys for checking this video out. Hamburger steak. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out.